So he's got a number of court cases. Anyway, when we got to Hillingdon, there was a guy came along, one of the active Blade Runner guys, and I went back to his home to a garage where he had one of these pieces of hardware stripped down. Now, I was interested in the vision system, so let me show you what it looks like. So this is the Siemens, what's called Psycho 2. Okay, so that's the Psycho 2 Siemens emanation.
What
However,
Psycho 2 did you say?
Psycho 2, well, it could be Psych. And then we've got when it was purchased by Unix, this is the Psycho 2. Okay, same thing, possibly some slight technical difference. However, this was the unit that we had shown stripped down. Okay, so you can see it's got a Unix brand on the back. You can see the vision engines. But what you'll also see is this large LED array. Now, when you take the casing off, it looks like this, which is a bit of concern due to the thermal managed design. So you see these fins?
Mm-hmm.
Number one,
They
none of
look like
this
radiators.
the radiators, that's exactly what
Yeah.
they are. They dissipate heat, thermal temperature. Okay, so whoever designed it knows it's going to get hot. Also, you've got a 3D, you've got stereoscopic vision engine for speed detection, etc., and 3D world mapping. Okay, you've also got these 24 diode array. Now, once we got inside the unit, we discovered this. So this is the array.
Mm-hmm.
You've got this 24 array. What's concerning, you've got this large cable bank, power cable going to these arrays. So that tells me they're not LEDs. Tells me visually that little black unit there is what's called a Fabry-Perot structure. It's to create lasing effect. Okay? So this is actually a laser. It's a laser head. Now, very concerning the amount of power potential it has. And also, if you look at this D3 here, so we've taken the Fabry-Perot structure off, and you will see nice close-up of it. So that's it there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now that is called an Osram Black. Okay, so I identified it. This is the unit here. Okay, so we showed at the tribunal because Transport for London are adamant this is just an ANPR camera and that these are to illuminate the local area, which you can see by these pinholes, these significant number of pinholes. They're a thermal management design because these diodes are going to run hot. Okay, that's what those pinholes are called, vias. The unit itself, this is a laser symbol.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Transport for London tell me they are class 1 low risk LEDs, which they're demonstrably not. That they one of the documents they produced, and they've given me this in a Freedom of Information request, states that they are class 1 LEDs, which they most certainly aren't. You do need that sort of power. You do need the cooling capability. And guess what? That laser symbol definitely does need to go on a unit which has LEDs, right? Because these are what are called laser diodes now.
Just quickly, how strong are the lasers? But the only reason why I ask that is because obviously I do my Pink Floyd tribute act, and so I use lasers. But I know that lasers which are over 1,000 milliwatts or
Milliwatts.
whatever it is, you need a license for.
Right. Anything over 500 milliwatts is classed as a class 4 laser. So you've got one classification, class 4, that's the most dangerous. A class 2 laser operates at 1 milliwatt, nothing just at 1 milliwatt. If you go over that, then you start to get into 2A, 3, but you get to the end, which is 4. 4 is the most dangerous, yeah? And it has to produce a beam a beam of 500, anything over 500 milliwatts, right? You've got to remember your ignite guidance for me to expose you to radiation is 1 milliwatt, so it's 500 times over that, yeah? Because you know, when you talk about milliwatts, people go, oh, that doesn't sound like a lot. It's a lot, right? So it's a class 4 laser. So this is the so it has this laser symbol. We're being told it's nothing more than an ENP or camera. However, this is the technical brief. Now, this technical brief tells you it's for facial recognition, body tracking, medical lighting, authentication, and access control and security. Now, access control is a term for its ability to see something, stop it moving in a space. That's what access control means. Now, at 1 amp, you'll see these numbers here. This runs at 710 to 900 milliwatts, right? So at 900 milliwatts, so that's near double. That's near double, right? A class 4 laser. Class 2 laser, you have to, by law, if I was using a class 2 laser in a lab, due to the potential of the infrared, because you can't see it, damaging someone's eyesight, you need to have a warning on a warning label on the lab door, and you need to wear protective eyewear in that lab. I've actually got damage. One of the reasons I wear protective eyewear regularly is due to the fact I've got some eye damage from these type of lasers.